All right, we should be good, I believe. And we live, baby. Yeah, we good now. We
All
good.
right.
Okay.
Okay, let me share the stream.
Yeah, I did already.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Tweeting it out. What's good, Chad? How y'all holding up?
KJ's in here already saying sign it.
That time will come.
Yeah, he's signing it. Don't worry. I'll make sure he does. Not that I have to.
The day has finally, arrived. Sad to see it. The Shiba Hater Alliance is losing one of its strongest soldiers today.
That's all right.
POP, hold it down.
That's all right. What's good, gang?
What's good, everybody?
Dinosaur, KJ, Photons, Zoni, Don, Yoka.
All right, there we go.
Lulu.
What murder? Toto. What's good? KJ. We got that's Khalil. Photons. I don't know if we saw Photons before in chat, but what's good?
Hey, appreciate that, Kyoka. Means a lot.
Yeah, Kyoka's a goat. Yo, and what's up with I think Zoni was like secretly trying to give us some feet content in the Discord server. Man sent a picture of his manga collection, but or some new pickups, but bro had his feet in the frame. I know what you are, Zoni.
I mean, I think you're self-reporting, if anything.
What? Good, Mar. Damn, we're 20 already. That's
What's
crazy.
Good, Mar?
The day has arrived. Are you saying
Soldier
enough time has passed? Enough time has passed.
Indeed.
Oh damn! Look, I'm trying to like glaze kill bro doesn't want me to call him that. All right then, you're a sheep. No, I'm just playing.
I have a bone to pick with you. What'd you do, Tiberius?
I guess that's your fan. I guess he rides with you, and
No, it's all good, Zoni. Tiberius likes his feet content. You know how he is.
Mr. Inazuma will show up and look diff. How are you? You're right. Mr. Inazuma.
All right.
Oh, but how you holding up today, Dice? Me and Dice just got on call with each other. So me and him haven't had a chance to really catch up. So how are you doing today?
We're chilling. Tired, but excited to be here. Ready to talk, some popularity poll results. You're going to sign the form. It's a good day.
I mean, it's a day. It's a day.
It's a good day.
Like I said,
how about you, man? How you holding up?
Doing decent. Okay. My first day is or I guess this is my last day, and I'm not gonna do any Shiba slander because that would be disingenuous of what this is all about. But today was a decent Tuesday. I gotta say that.
All right, decent is good enough.
Oh, here's TC. Where's Ibiki in the popularity poll? So look, it went up to the top 15. Ibiki is number 19.
I believe they shared more, Tiberius. I believe it went over 14. No.
Well, Natsuki and Iori tied at 14. So, but there was like a total of 15, I think, or maybe not. But either way, Ibiki finished like 20 or 21. Take my word for it. The source,
No, see.
I might have made it up. Jello with the 199.
I
Apologize, ho.
think
Okay, buddy. Now, hold on now. I think I picked a perfect time to be signing this form.
I think you did.
So I don't know if I necessarily need to like apologize for my past transgressions. I just say let's look forward to a bright future together.
Oh yeah, see on the website we have all the way up to
So it, oh shit. Oh shit.
yeah, bro. All the way up to 30. Let me just
All
say,
right.
your boy Ibiki is not in the top 30. We got the Rokuhira Goldfish
Oh shit.
before Ibiki. Oh shit, Kyoka.
You read that one.
Okay, this is for Chef Dice, who was the only one
It's
cooking.
chef, bruh.
Hey, Kyoka,
I'm a
I
hater.
appreciate
I'm
you
mad
already,
hater.
buddy. The only one cooking on no upstream, Soja will slap Azami around and make him use his sorcery for what his family originally intended. Those guys are crazy. Dice, I know, right? Appreciate you, Kyoka. You go for that. Tiberius won't say it, but
Hey,
I'll give you your flowers.
I'm pocket watching, and all I know is I thank you, Kyoka Sugetsu. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, thank you, genuinely, Kyoka. And yeah, I don't know what those guys were on.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, King Slat said it. Samura's calling Sojo, trash. Called him basically a bum.
We
He's like,
cannot
that's
be saying
basically a hobo with a nuke running around. But
yeah,
I mean,
well,
I'm a Sojo fan though.
yeah, same here. Jello, appreciate you again
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
199.
another one.
Another one.
Say
Say sorry.
sorry.
You saw we fuck.
This dude even
All right,
spaced
loving
it
the
out.
energy
I'm
for
not.
today's stream.
Stream about to be over quick.
Oh no, hell no.
King
Yeah,
Slat,
so we'll be
you're right.
website has all the way up to 30 from oh no, look. Okay, look, so your boy Ibuki might be up here. All the way up to bro, all I'm gonna say is I saw Toto and still haven't seen Ibuki.
Well, yeah, Toto's at least on
Bro,
panel.
we got the Shikyu brothers.
Well,
Before
now that's
Ibuki.
disrespectful. Well, wait, this whole popularity
Yeah.
poll is, can be thrown out the window. Like,
I
it's not,
guess.
it's not valid. NG at 6. I only looked at like the top 15.
Yeah,
NG at
yeah.
6, and then Fushimi at 10. They could suck the back of my ass with that popularity poll. Kyoka
Yeah.
Sogetsu with another $2 dono says for Tiberius for almost agreeing. SMH. Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks again, Kyoka. Goated stuff. And yes, Bin, I cannot pronounce that, but Bin 2124 is right. The website has up to 55. So, oh shit,
Hey,
Kyoka with another goated move.
it's all to Aizen's plan, baby. Big W's in chat for Kyoka Sogetsu.
Dang, Kyoka. Yeah, big W's. Big W's.
King Uraha 2 immediately had
Where's
me
the full
side
list,
eyeing.
bro? Mar, just look up Kagurabachi popularity poll and the official Kagurabachi website. That's the one you want to click on. And then just keep scrolling and it'll have all the way. It's kind of divided in segments. They got the first 14, then up to 30, then all the way up to 55. So, hey, maybe Ibiki is here and I just missed him.
Let's see.
So, new members, go check out that Hirohiko video, by the way. Me and Tiberius just recently recorded members' first video discussing whether Hirohiko should be redeemed and kind of like the implications for the wider story. So those of you that just got that membership, again, shout out to Kyoka. Go check that out if you're interested after the stream. And happy for you guys to be part of this.
Shout out to
Love
Sumi.
to see it. What's
All
that?
right, now it's Sumi. You know, it's not too. Oh yeah, this is a slap in the face.
Wait! Don't look at them all. Don't look at them all.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to look at the
Yeah.
facts, lad. I feel the same way, bro. Like, I don't see. I mean, I get why, like, I guess part of that fan base, like, or the readers want to keep it like, in Japan, because like as per country per country, I mean, Japan does like massive numbers by itself, obviously, but worldwide polls, it's 2026.
Yeah, I think both would be cool, because I'm not mad at like Japan having its own poll, but I think like it would be cool to compare both, like locally in Japan and then like the universal poll. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, with NG being at 6, they could sit on my poll. This is garbage.
Yeah, I don't get it. That is always amusing to see, because I genuinely don't understand.
Over Azami and Hirohiko. Then they got Soya and Fushi. That 6 through 10, downright, putrid.
Okay, so I guess, do we start with the popularity poll? Do you want to go like, you want to start with that, and we'll discuss it, and then we'll get to
You're kind of cutting up a little bit, Papa.
Oh, let me see.
But
okay, I should be good. Let me know if I keep cutting up.
No, you sound good. What's good, Rage? My bad, I didn't see you. Don't sign not like this. Why is Char at 19? Now, Mar,
that's Char.
Are you saying Char shouldn't be that high or that low? Because if you ask someone like Shiny, for instance, he'd probably think Char's top 10.
And he'd be right.
Yeah, she she doing her thing. I don't know what thing that is, but
come on now.
I know Dice voted for Hanao over Hokuto. He would if he could.
Damn right.
Where's Hanao at? Because I know she's on here for sure.
Yeah, I saw her. She's here.
27th. That should have been Ibiki's place if we're being real.
Bro, Ibiki is not on the list, dog. So let's go over this. Obviously, most of you guys have already seen it, so like we'll just
talking about the popularity poll.
Yeah.
Okay,
is that cool?
I'm gonna pull it up for chat.
Okay. I think what's also like pretty cool of this popularity poll is the little notes that we get for each character. I've seen some people kind of like really looking into that. And there's definitely some interesting kind of tidbits. Obviously nothing crazy, but it is worth looking at. Nah, you should apologize first.
Nah, you should, yeah. The list.
It's coming, Jaden. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I promise. Hold on, let me see. Blending mode. But it oh, I know why. Okay.
Yeah, damn right, TC. I let him know.
Don't worry.
I let him know the Rokuhiro Goldfish.
I put it on baby. I'm signing that thing today.
Zoni always with the Kururushi glaze.
Shout out to Zoni, man. Shiyumi ain't aka the girl over Cure. Oh yeah, that's pretty crazy. We can fill one out together. What's up, Noah? Oh, that's why. I was like, why is this? I forgot this when we were like looking at that thing for you. Because Dice is apparently gonna start streaming, reading manga at some point. Well, he gotta learn how to read first.
No, I don't.
Yeah, right. He's gonna like.
I'll just wing it.
It's a manga reading stream, and he's just gonna go to TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, look, and not too easy on Ibiki Misako. Okay, like I said, this popularity poll, Just throw it out the window. It doesn't count. Like, I cannot
Disagree.
believe some of these characters. We all saw top 15, right?
Yeah, but I think we can run them with we can just run through them real quick. Obviously, we saw the top 5.
Oh yeah, we saw the top 5. All right, so let's go to the star of the popularity poll, Enji Sazanami.
Oh God.
I would have preferred Tamaki Sazanami.
Yeah, so like Enji at 6, Hirohiko at 7. And there's like by a good bit of amount of votes, like 60 votes difference. We got Azami at 8. Soya at 9. Fucking Fushimi at 10. Oh no.
That makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, this is why they be getting these allegations. Like, now I want to like maybe start throwing allegations, and Hokuzono has nothing to do with this popularity poll. I mean, he did write the story, but Hiyuki behind Fushimi is who's Fushimi, bro? Exactly.
And Soya and Anjana, yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. We got our goat Sojo at 12, followed by our other goat, Yura at 13. Yori at 14.
Oh my god. Kyoka Sugetsu with another one.
Yoga.
Another one. You know what?
Another one.
Whatever agenda Kyoka Sugetsu wants me to push for today, for this stream, I might push it.
Damn right. It's Kyoka's stream. Hiyuki behind the NPCs is crazy. Yeah, no op. It's just ridiculous, really. But are we really surprised?
Yes.
Are we really surprised?
Kind of. This shit is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Buns.
Fair, I guess. Yeah.
Buns.
I mean, look, Yori over Natsuki as well. What do we do?
Well,
no, tied, I guess.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn, I sold it for a low price. Yeah. Hey, it don't take much. I'm about to say something, but that'd be too crazy for the stream.
I do like how Yura is, the note says Chihiro's great rival. All eyes are on the past hinted at in the climax of part 1. So like that has me like actually excited for seeing more of Yura in the story. Again, it's just kind of like a note in the popularity poll, but this is presumably coming from Hokuzono himself. So I'm really hoping that it's kind of like...
let's go back and look at Enji's and Enji's...
Oh, God.
Let's go back. So Enji's is the guy with the cool hairstyle, put up a great fight, he didn't, of the Sazanami toe, a surprising top spot. In fact, there's a panel of him, hold on, getting like sent like a rag doll. Hold up.
Oh, man.
Now,
man.
Dice, can you read us Fushimi's?
Oh yeah, so Fushimi says the way he fought for Uruha at the cost of his life was an inspiration. Let's enthusiastically welcome him into the 10th place finish. How about we don't?
Bro, where is it? Oh, here it is, right here.
Oh man.
Look at him. Like, people are fighting, and he's just doing the dash. And where was he? Where is he before this, bro? He's getting his shit pushed in, that's where. Never mind. Ooh, it was coming out of me. The Shiba beats Gojo. I don't know.
Sure.
Hey, Shiba's my guy. Oh, that's it. Shiba's that dude. All right.
What are you saying?
Yeah, Fushimi is Uruha's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Look, the way...
they were chilling in the hot spring together.
Yeah, like, his best feat is, being naked with another man, basically.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
It's Uruha, by the way, though, so... Can't be too mad at it. He's trying to sleep his way to the top. That's what it is. Because he was with Mr. Number 2.
Even Noab still doesn't understand.
Yeah,
Angie's at
bro,
6.
Angie, I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
the veins
makes no
popping
sense.
each time Tiberius says Shiba, my guy. Hey, Shiba's my dude though. Nah, for real.
It's that one meme of the dude staring at the screen with the veins. Oh man.
All right,
Okay, so yeah, obviously
we know
Natsuki and
those.
Yori, yeah, tied at
Oh,
14.
what's this say? Look, there's NG right there.
Goat.
Oh, there's also fierce warriors such as Enji and Fushimi, who despite only appearing briefly struck a chord with readers and shock up the rankings. Oh, alright, so where's Ibiki Misaka at? You know,
Not here, man. We got at 16, it's Sumi, obviously. We like Sumi. We got Tenri at 17, who somehow has fans. I mean, there's a few of them. Ro at 18. Char, the GOAT, 19. Obviously, Yukisada, or not obviously, but we got Yukisada 20. Tamaki 21. Kiri 22. So
how is
that's kind of rough.
Tamaki above Kiri? How
That's
is
a good
Ro
question,
above
actually.
Kiri?
That's a good question.
I mean, I know this has a certain like endpoint, so like most likely the part 2 chapters don't count to this, obviously. So like, okay, I can kind of get it, but still, I would still put Kunishige above a good bit of these characters.
Not Char though.
Possibly.
Just saying.
Possibly.
Yeah, and then Ikuto at 24.
Okay,
we got
Koyo.
the shout out, shout out to the Rokuhira Goldfish at 25. Again, it's just important to note they're here and Ibiki isn't. So, love to see it.
Okay, now. Okay. Don't. This day's already tough for me. Don't, throw dirt in the wound.
Hold on.
CJ?
I'm not done yet. Because we got
Moku, I know.
at 26.
I know Moku's in here and my boy isn't. I call Moku furniture several times on Noab's the stream we did.
Yo, Hinau's over Hokuto. Shout out Hinau, bro.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Shout out Hinau.
Just agenda that and say, oh, Hinau beats Hokuto.
Hey, bro. I'm about to be pushing that Hinau agenda heavy. Kyora 28, Hokuto 29, Moku 30th.
Moku 30th. That might even be the biggest slander on my soul. Now, Rage.
Oh man.
We gotta start. We need to start watching what we signal or what we call GOAT. We need to put like restrictions around that word now, because now that word lost all its meaning when you say, "Looks like even the GOAT Moku made it." That word just became useless.
I'm dead, man. I'm genuinely
Roku
dead.
Moku at 30.
Oh, man. And it says, in addition to those who have played a major role in the Versus Sojo arc and the Rakuzaichi arc, the results are a blend of those who made their first appearance in the Assault on Kamunabi HQ arc, Yukisada, whose name was not known at the start of the popularity contest, and who entered as Gaz Hishaku, also made the list. Both fierce veterans who showed their passionate way of life, and up-and-comers whose future activities are worth paying attention to, ranked side by side.
No, we don't need to pay attention to Moku's goddamn future activities. It's only Sumi. Man. That's the only Masumi we care about around here. Yeah, Kiora being this far down is crazy. You would think because he's a shit dad, he would have been a bit higher. But, like 86 votes. Like, Hokuto's it. Hokuto, like, look at this dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey.
No, I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean, bro. I mean, look, it gets crazier, right? Because we got Kaguri at 31, Kashima
no 33.
At 32 again.
Just put a stake in my heart.
And we got motherfucking Ikura at 33, dog. Like, what are we like?
Number
What are we
37
actually
is
doing
nuts.
here? Ikura over Amadika makes sense over the Daruma, but over Hatshaku and Urang is crazy. Even over Sword, I mean he's still called Sword Saint here, Sword Master, Akamura. Um Kiyohiko, who's
Itsuo
the
Shirakai at 42. Like Ren Yojiro Sengoku. Like I need to go back.
over Shirikai.
I need to go back and see if there's like some restriction or like, oh yeah, we didn't put Ibiki Misako on this just to spite other like American YouTubers named Tiberius. Yeah, like I said, this is like the craziest popularity poll. I can't lie to you, Kagurabachi fan base, y'all are kind of screwing the pooch.
Nah, man. Again, I'm not done because we got Todo, Mr. Inazuma, and Kazane before we got fucking Ibiki, bro.
Yeah, yo, Yatsuru, I ain't mad at that. Look, she's serving.
Yeah, she's serving. Yeah, we got Rio, the guy that died at the invasion of Summer of Sanso.
Yeah, the one guy that put Samur in PTSD mode, by the way.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, one guy died while there was all these like Datanseki zombies attacking us and a magical tree man. Yeah, no, notoriously Japan does hate villains though. Yeah, like Sukuna I think only placed in the top 5 in the JJK popularity polls 1 time out of 4.
Interesting. Ikura is my guy. Why y'all hating?
All right, now
angry demon noises. Come on now.
We need to start treating like like favorite characters like that's the click you roll with IRL. That's what we need to start like doing. We gotta start gatekeeping the word goat. And then we need to start. I'm about to turn into one of those people that just judges you. Like, oh, you like Naoya Zenin? Banned. Like you can't have a favorite character anymore when we say things like that. But I'm getting shit for chat. Y'all letting me down. Y'all be jumping down on my neck just because I happen to like a chubby retired blade wielder. Enchanted blade wielder.
People who hate Ikura see themselves in him. Y'all know sorcery having ass is just.
That's funny. He's like projecting much.
Funny. I can't hate. I can't hate.
Yo, you know what's funny?
I can't hate.
And here's the new agenda, guys. This list is rigged. Oh. How are the brothers at the bottom right next to each other? I refuse to believe it that they both place like that. See,
I don't know, man.
It's fixed. I demand a recount. Here. Look, there's a special excerpt right here. Oh, I scrolled out of it. It says Ibiki Misaka. Chat, you can't see it, but I can see it. Ikura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to just start LARPing.
Hey, thank you all for your participation. It says, hey, thank you, Tiberius.
Shit. Now, you know what? I might have to start doing one of those, find someone from Japan that will let me buy votes and be like, just make it worth their while. I'm gonna start saving up his Shaku hideout donations without Dice knowing. So you can make sure Ibiki Misaka places in the second popularity poll for Kagurabachi by donating now. That's when you just see the chat go from 40 to like 5 people in chat.
Look, man, all I'm saying is you better like pray that Ibiki goes crazy this arc, because if he doesn't, you might just never see him on this popularity poll. Like, actually,
bro, he's coming. All right, you know what? On Dice's Soul, Ibiki Misaka is gonna finish top 20 on the second popularity poll. Watch the flashback just get cut off before the war starts or something like that. See, look, was Ibiki even an option? From what I heard, the sources tell me he wasn't. They didn't even include him as a choice.
Rightfully so, man. Never heard of, bro. Yeah, Master Cylinder. That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Who we talking about? As far as I'm concerned,
All right.
everybody's here.
I need to go to Chat GPT and translate something in Japanese and ask.
Oh
Ni hao
man,
fine
where's
shit.
Hokuto? Yeah, Hokuto.
Wait,
Where was Hokuto? Top 20? I think it
29.
was 29. Okay.
The Durag force is gonna be
there's
higher
no
than Ibiki. Oh my god! And you're probably not wrong. The one that lost that actually got killed by Mashiro, that one's gonna place higher than Ibiki.
That one specifically.
And the
That's what I was
baby-footed
thinking,
king.
yeah.
You know what? It's
Again,
all good though.
Rightfully so.
This shit is ass.
Guys, I think Tiberius is pretty close to just walking out.
I'm pretty close to not signing that form, but I already put it on baby, so I will. I'm just.
Oh, you signing that? You signing that?
Why
this
like
was
that?
fun. This was a.
Good.
I'm just saying, man.
God.
I'm just saying.
This was just absolute buns to the fucking nth degree.
I'm glad we did this. This was fun. This was a banger way to kick off the stream.
All right.
This was great.
Yeah, it was a good warm up. Yeah, the POV's gonna shift to Ibiki Masaka.
Oh, I hope the fuck not.
And you know what? I heard after Kagurabachi ends, we're gonna get a slice of life following Ibiki Masaka's like everyday life. You know, after he retired, and just him just chilling, booling before he got killed, getting baddies. You know, just living a life of lavish in his upscaled condo. You know, just door dashing all the time. Seeing his, his bum delivery man Moku.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, you can dream, right? That's free of cost. So,
if you could get a Kagurabachi spinoff manga, though, Dice, who would you want it to be about?
Hinao.
Okay, you said that shit quick.
Hinao in charge, just daily activities, just chilling.
I told you she could be a really good podcaster, like we did on a launch stream. She would be a good podcaster.
Oh man, yeah. Anything, she'll kill it. Anything she does. That's
Jaden. My goat wasn't an option to even vote for. Trust the sources.
To see my goat and yours ain't on the list. Yeah, well, that's Tiberius.
They banned him for too much aura.
Zoni went back and looked at the JJK popular people and was disappointed to see Kurarushi.
You should have expected that. Now, look, if they did a popularity poll for like the anime specific fan base, Kurarushi might do a little bit better. A little. He might go 23.
Yeah, he might be at 62.
Yeah, like, look, Fushimi's LARPing over here is the Datanseki Durag force.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't even get killed by a Datanseki. He just smoked.
Lucas? Oh, easy. It'd probably be Tamaki Sazanami. It'd either be Tamaki Sazanami or Kiri. Oh, no, Kiri. Oh, they would just stir up shit.
Yeah. Hey, I'm there. I'm listening.
A slice of life about young Yura. Young Yura sounds like a new double XL freshman. 9 to 5. Yeah, just him delivering the mail.
Oh man.
All right. So you want to talk about chapter 122? Just what we anything that we have cooked up in terms of what may happen or what we might think happens. Because now, like, the board is pretty fucking open, right? I mean, obviously, I think it's pretty direct that we're gonna now see Shiba give his testimony and how that is the reaction of everyone hearing the holy shit. Hiroto Soga got cooked like that?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's gonna be crazy, right? It's like you were talking about, like, just seeing the reactions of the people they return to, of the counter sorcery or the sorcery bureau, or the counter sorcery army, whatever we want to call them. Seeing the reactions is gonna be crazy. I am expecting to see Kunishige next chapter. And that's also a reaction I'm looking forward to as well, because I'm really looking forward to like his switch up in demeanor and kind of like how he goes about this whole thing. Like seeing Shiba the way we saw him giving his testimony, I think is really going to spark something in Kunishige. And that's also something that I'm really looking forward to, just seeing how that kind of bleeds over to the forging of the blades.
Yeah, with everything that's going on, right? No, I'll say I know who Shiba voted for after the last chapter. Shiba said, "Akamura, I'm with you on my soul." But like, remember in that Magatsumi video I did, I talked about how Shiba's testimony of what happened on Hiroshima may be what influences like Kunishige to craft a blade to kind of suit that testimony. Basically something so crazy and unexpected that he has to craft a weapon that's made to go up against that. And that's why like the Magatsumi is created first. And then once Kunishige kind of realizes that he's working with a monster and that shit is too crazy, he couldn't get his mind to like grasp the full concept of what he was creating, then that's when he started putting like the more like limiters kind of on the following 5 enchanted blades.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like that would go perfect with your Magatsumi came first theory. I wouldn't be all that surprised to see something like that. But I just when it comes to Magatsumi, I also have like I just think that Kunishige, like could Kunishige have witnessed the events, or not the events, I'm sorry, the abilities of the Mikaboshis himself?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I still got alert sound off. Sorry. Appreciate you for subscribing. I'm not gonna try and pronounce that name, but Seeb, you're a real one.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for subbing. Yeah. That name came across big as hell.
Almost gave you a stroke, huh?
Yeah, well, we'll probably meet Pinky after blades will be forged. That's what I think. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I see chat kind of having the discussion of why like Shiba isn't recognized more, it looks like. They seem to be alluding to like the battle on Hiroshima. That's also been like a big question of mine, is like the way history was told is that Shikoku just pulled up, right? Which again, they very likely did. Like that probably might be what we're about to get into. But there was this whole battle on Hiroshima that took place first. And it doesn't really look like that made it to the history books. Now, it might just have been like Hokazono keeping things close to his chest like he usually does. But it is something that I'm wondering as well. Especially considering how the Soga got clapped. So yeah. It's another thing I guess I'm looking forward to, is seeing how the battle on Hiroshima went down in recorded history, rather.
Yeah, I'm doing a poll real quick. My bad.
No, it's all good.
Like I call him David Swimmer, the sorcerer from, the guy we see in the very first chapter of the flashback. He does recognize Shiba and understands like who he is, but someone like Sojo was just a kid during the Seitei War, right? Or if that's what we make of it, and we don't know exactly how old he was. So I'm trying to think, like he wouldn't know because as Noah pointed out, the war, it was only Shiba only spent he left. Excuse me, I'm kind of trying to do this poem scatterbrained. The war was like what 22 years ago from the start of the series, or the 18 years ago. Excuse me. The war. Hiroshima popped up. Shikoku popped up like 22 years ago or some shit like that. Chihiro was born 18 years ago, so that would mean Shiba left some point after the war because he disagreed with how they were handling the Kunishige stuff, right? Or after everything after the war.
Mm-hmm.
So someone like Soja wouldn't, know who Shiba is, but there are people like, like I'm surprised we don't see his name pop up more. Like the Sazanami, it doesn't seem like Kiora talked about Shiba at all or like recognized Shiba. And he was in the same room as Shiba.
Yeah, I just think at the end of the day, it was the Enchanted Blade Bearers who, and I think actually, I think Noab said this. The Enchanted Wielders probably took away more glory. Yeah, no, exactly. I think at the end of the day, the Enchanted Blade Wielders, they're the one who got all the praise. I mean, fucking Akamura got a whole ass statue
The wrong one
built.
got the
So
statue. They paying for
the
that
wrong
shit
one,
now
right?
though.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so like it's just guys like Shiba and potentially Azami depending on what we see from him during this arc. But especially Shiba who was in the Hiroshima talks and likely did this thing during the war as well. It just seemed like they kind of just fell to the wayside in terms of recognition because of the Enchanted Blade Wielders. And hey, it's understandable, right? Just because of what the Enchanted Blades were and what they accomplished and the scale of what they did with the Enchanted Blades, like it makes a lot of sense. So I just think it's I
Yeah.
just think it's kind of speaks to that really.
And I mean, it's understandable, where one strong sorcerer will get lost, in the shuffle of things when you're talking about an entire army of sorcerers, like with sorcery just kind of, the world finding out about it or like the civilian world finding out about sorcery because of the war. It's a lot easier to point at, those guys were fighting the whole time. We didn't start actually, or I say we like I'm in Japan, but Japan didn't start winning the war or even turning the tide until the Enchanted Blade started came out to the battlefield. So it makes sense why they also would get all like the recognition. But but still though, Kiora it is like weird to me that Kiora doesn't know who he is, but David Swimmer, the sorcerer, knows. Yeah, Lucas, yeah, Kiora not knowing Shiba in retrospect was surprising. Yeah, Kiora was at the estate.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just one of those things that maybe, maybe Hokuzono didn't kind of, think all the way through because that was a pretty early, moment in the series, and he knew like Kiora wasn't gonna stay around for long. Like it isn't gonna like influence the narrative, a great deal. At least I, would imagine. But hey, Shiba, hey, that's my guy though. He's famous in
Oh, is
these.
it?
He's famous in these parts.
Is
All
it?
right. Yeah, he is, man. Y'all find out. Watch. All right, look. My bad. I had to do a poll, but then my shit closed, so I was like trying to get that open. All right, chap. Putting up a poll. Who did the best, or who had the best showing out of Japan's group of four, the four strongest? Shiba, Mashiro, Hiroto, Yoshinojo. Now, I'm waiting to see how this poll goes because like Hiroto was getting a lot of glaze, and I mean he did do his own thing. Mashiro, in my opinion, had in like the 9 chapters he was alive, had a very strong like showing and short character arc. Like I said, he's Haibara done right. And Yoshinojo, yeah, like he was going crazy. He had that chapter where he was going crazy, and he was moving like a demon, even in the chapter that just dropped. Considering he got his arm cut off and stabbed through, I don't think he paid any. Like he didn't react to Shiba being there. But given the station that Shiba like has in the sorcery world, like known as like the pinnacle and all that, and even this random like sorcerer that we see in the very first chapter of the flashback, knowing him, you would think one of the clan heads that's important enough to be at the witnessing of the prophecy would know who he is, especially because like Shiba's the Soga clan guardian.
I'm sorry. I'm just distracted by Mashiro leading, and it's not even close. Come on, chat.
Hold on, my stream is.
Make your case.
Hold on, something's going on. Oh wait, I think we're back. Okay.
We good?
Yeah, I think we're back. Chat, are we back?
Yeah, chat. Make your case for why Mashiro had the best showing on Irishima. Okay, what's the word?
Who else could it be?
Enlighten me, please. Oh, you know exactly who it could be. The only one that made it out. How about that?
And we back, baby.
Love Shiba, but Mashiro did the most showcasing because Shiba keeps on off-screening. Again, what did Mashiro do? It's just Glade Dice. Yeah, I guess.
He crushed up a warship, which was pretty crazy.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Now, Hiroto is the one who sent the attack. But that was pretty crazy considering he also got, like, stabbed through, you know. Then so he had the most resonating story moment, I think, of that arc.
No, but that's not what this is. But the best showing, that's not what we're talking about. Hey. Is it? We're not talking about who had the saddest backs or what. Who had the best showing on Irishima.
He's a grower, not a shower.
The best thing that Mashiro did wasn't even like injuring an opponent. You're saying he turned a destroyed ship into like a big ball. Like that was his best showing. That's the best thing he did.
I'm just saying, and you also got to take into account like what you are like the expectations of each character as well. Okay,
hold on, wait. Seben might have a point. He was the only guy who killed someone on this island. You know what?
He killed someone.
You're right.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I guess we don't know for sure, but like I do think that's the guy that Mashiro killed. So like,
turn on dice.
Yeah. You know what? Okay. Yeah.
Actually, like I'm rooting for the mob mentality to like start taking form.
Mashiro, that's true. I'll take that.
I'm gonna say the warship thing could not have happened because we know her like sorcery wasn't. Hiroto's sorcery wasn't gonna work on Ryu. Yoshinojo ain't moving like that crazy like that to be taking down Ryu. So without that the inclusion of that warship attack, then Ryu would never had to use his spirit manifestation.
Yeah. I mean, I just think Hiroto and Mashiro, it should kind of be a bit closer. But that's a good point. Mashiro is the only one that actually killed one of the Durag Force, So, yeah, I'll take that. And KJ, no, it's not Mashiro hate. I got
it's Mashiro hate.
It's not. I fuck with Mashiro. It seems like y'all were letting the bias kind of, influence the, y'all's answer here. His story at the end was really touching. I like that.
Yeah, Hiroto was going wild, and the narrator was really sipping the tip for Hiroto, boy.
The tip, nah, he had that whole thing, man.
Oh yeah, he had the whole whole thing, and
how do we know he couldn't normally do that? What think, Yoka? You think he's stronger after he's taken out that much damage and used the power? You talk about Ryu? I voted Hiroto and like Mashiro the others way more. No, I love Hiroto too, but Mashiro showcasing his sorcery was just better. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah.
We got to start readying up the Mashiro apology form. Next week is Dice's turn. Yeah, Hiroto
we're never seeing that dude again. So,
bro, and this is going to sound like Shiba slander, but it's not. The way they were talking about Hiroto, the narrators talking about Hiroto in this arc, or this battle, was how the Shiba's fan base was talking about him.
I knew it. I knew that's exactly what you were going to say. I know you too well by now. Oh, God.
That's a good thing. That's Glaze.
Yeah, no, I guess.
Mashiro is the sum of low early expectations, powerful story, Kunishige Blade, and Shiba French. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Mashiro's story is very nice, and I say this a lot when it comes to Hokuzono, but Hokuzono just knows how to make you care about characters you don't see much of. You
Like
know,
Ibiki
characters that are only
Masaka.
here. Yeah, yeah, I
All right,
guess like
crickets,
Ibiki
the crickets.
Misaka. So no, so I think Mashiro was handled very well, and I don't think many people were surprised that he went out the way he did. Of course, there was the Copers, but yeah, you know.
I mean, crushing up that warship though is insane because I mean, yeah, sure, it was already like kind of it was destroyed to some degree, but I mean, them bitches,
Nah, he turned
those
it
things
into a
is
ball. Yeah, yeah,
huge. God damn.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yoshinojo Ibiki.
Yeah. All right. You
Yeah,
know,
I like that
I ain't
agenda.
mad at that, but I mean, I know it. See me, I just know the Ibiki Masaka stocks are gonna pay off greater than Yoshinojo, whose best feat is biting
I
off
mean,
his own tongue. All right, but let's talk a little bit about 122 though, because we can get wrapped up in, just respond in chat. But we're gonna
yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
about 122 real quick, and then we'll get to the Shiba apology form. Man, that just does not sound right coming out of my mouth, you know.
Oh, it sounds great. It sounds great. I think I've turned into quite a Shiba fan myself.
Same here. But now 122. So let me ask you, Dice.
122.
Who do you think we're gonna get to see in this chapter? Obviously we know that's going to cut back to the reaction, but is there anyone that you're expecting to pop up in this chapter?
So I guess besides Kunishige, like I said, it would be cool to finally see Azami. Not just because I'm a big Azami fan and I've been talking about for a while about finally seeing him during this arc, but because of the relationship between the three, I think it would be cool. Not cool. What's the word I'm looking for? But I think it would be like a good opportunity, rather, to see both of Shiba's closest friends in Kunishige and Azami seeing, or discussing Shiba's return from Hiroshima. Jesus, I did this last stream. From Hiroshima, and just kind of like, just reacting and talking amongst themselves, Azami and Kunishige, and then, talking to Shiba. I think it's unlikely that we'll see Azami. I think it's much more likely that we'll see Kunishige, but it would be cool to start seeing what that trio of friendship looked like.
All right. I don't think Azami's gonna pop up this chapter, but me saying that automatically makes me think he will. Cause I know my accuracy
Let's
is
go.
buttons, but my gut's telling me that we're gonna see the Soga clan reaction. I think we are gonna see Akamura this chapter, like maybe just like a passing reaction. We'll see like Chiaki. I don't know if we'll get anyone surprising. I do think Kazin may eventually make an appearance in one of these upcoming chapters. Not necessarily that he'll have like a big part to play or anything like that, but we know that he has some influence in the sorcery world for him to even be the, considered to be like the head of the clan. Head of the Kaminabi. So, but I think I'm most looking forward to seeing, one, what's Kunishige's reaction to seeing Shiba so shook up, and then see how the Soga clan are going to retaliate. Because my big thing is that I believe that the Soga clan is going to remove the age restriction off of Chiaki's guards. Because there's a good chance that Hiroto and Yoshinojo, or at least one of them, was a part of like the guard squad for Princess Soga. And since both of them got cooked, and if Hiroto was a part of it, obviously he's a captain, and seeing that restriction removed, then that would be, Akamura slides in to become like her protector. Then from there, like I can see that's how him and Kunishige become close. So I think like as you kind of brought up, like this is, this is like basically the beginning of the war. The war didn't officially start, but this is where it's all like now gonna start ramping up to like just straight war effort stuff.
Yeah, no, and like you're cooking with the Soga clan because that's also something I'm very much looking forward to as well. is seeing the reaction of the Soga clan, when they find out that their number one strongest fighter and Yoshinojo presumably among their strongest fighters were both packed up, and how they were packed up and who packed them up. The Mikaboshi, the 1,000-year-old rivals that they had already thought that they wiped out once before. That's going to be like very interesting to see, just like how the just like the just seeing them get riled up among themselves, and like the discourse, and seeing the animosity build up, and them just kind of wanting to get it back in blood and wanting to go back out there. And it is that's also going to be something that I'm very much looking forward to seeing, because they're very likely the ones that are going to lead the charge on this whole war. I mean, the fact that it's, like I said, these age old rivals, is something that we didn't know before, and I think it's, at this point, it's really kind of um, turned into like the whole backdrop and like framework for the war itself. If you kind of catch my drift,
Wait,
so seeing their reaction is
what did you
something.
say? My headphones kind of cut up.
No, just the Soga clan specifically, and the fact that
Hmm.
the rivalry between the Soga clan and the Mikaboshi has kind of like basically, um, how can I say this? Like, it's just kind of been the base for this war,
Yeah,
essentially, the foundation, right, for the animosity between
facts.
these two parties. How the Soga clan kind of just is eager to go back out there and avenge Yoshinojo and Hiroto, is something that's going to be very cool to see.
Yeah, Angry Demon Noises, she did say they come in peace, but she was talking about when they were dropping off the letter, to have talks. She also had the vision
Yeah,
and she could, which told them that, it's, gonna be, I forget,
hostilities.
yeah, hostile, they'll be hostile or
Yeah, no,
whatever. So
she's cool. She
she
predicted
prepared
it
them.
accurately.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why they went in with the strongest group.
and remember, her prophecies, they can't see outcomes. So she is not aware that Hiroto and Yoshinojo lost their life at during these talks. So, she don't know how many died, or how what the outcome was. And like talking about like them wanting to get it back in blood and all that. They always, like the Soga clan. I mean, we didn't see a whole lot from them, but they kind of gave off, obviously, because they're kind of like a nobility, and so they have like, they're calm, composed. So seeing them like get hit with the news that's Soga clan fighter with Kuratsuchi at that, and was glazed to high heavens, got cooked so easily, and
Yeah.
I'm I'm waiting to see if there's any, like, if they kind of like hate on Shiba for that a little bit. Because he's like the teleporter, this, that. How could you let them get in trouble? Them not knowing the full story, and them just taking
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
at
yeah.
face value, whatever. But I'm interested in that. Um, I I am also, I think, see, this is one thing that I'm kind of like drawing a blank on, or like in terms of what to kind of like theorize, is when do we get the actual start of the war? What's Hokuzono's plan to, like, when do we get the EB started being made? Like, cause Hokuzono's kind of he's doing a lot more than, I'll at least speak for myself. He's given us a lot more than what I thought he was going to do when we found out this was a flashback. And I'm not complaining. Hey, Cook. But I'm wondering
Yeah.
if we're going to get like moments, the calm before the storm, if you will.
Yeah, no, that is a very interesting point, and we've kind of talked about this a bit as well. Just how much time Hokuzono took setting the stage for the war itself, and how much time we kind of spent in Irishima, which is like I mean, we can consider it the outbreak of the war, but it was very much like an ambush. It was supposed to be, you know, uh, um, it was supposed to be a diplomatic, meeting for talks of peace and whatnot, and that obviously, like, we know what it turned into. But I agree with you. It's going to be interesting to see how quick Hokuzono is going to be in terms of just jumping into the war in Japan and the Enchanted Blades. Like, is there like a little time skip in terms of introducing the Enchanted Blades? Do we get to see the war being fought before the Enchanted Blades are introduced? That's all very interesting stuff that, again, is going to continue to tell us how long this arc is going to be. And it just kind of seems that with every chapter that passes by, and I mean, now we're out of the Hiroshima talks or the battle on Hiroshima. How Hokuzono goes about the next couple of chapters, I think, will continue to give us an idea of how much time he plans to spend in this arc. So yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of big things that we have like on the horizon for this arc. When does Kunishige and Chiaki make their, rekindle their flame? When do they even like talk to each other again? What is it? The war lasts like 17 months and the war hasn't begun yet. So we know like Kunishige was cracking like 8 months into the war. There's a lot of time.
Jesus, man.
What?
The only one having a good time.
Oh yeah,
Kunishige.
I was say, what did that do something? Maybe crack was a bad way to phrase it. Yeah, and do we know if the Soga clan's even aware that it's the Mikaboshi on that island yet? I mean, we're pretty sure that they would be in the know, about that sort of thing, right? And that's
they should, because go ahead.
Oh no, I was just about to say, you would think that they would, considering 2 Soga clan were sent there. The guardian of the Soga clan was there and his like right hand man.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And considering, I think Haruma is his name.
Yeah.
The kind of the guy who leads the
Bug Eyes.
The counter or the sorcery bureau.
He Bug Eyes.
Yeah.
Don't trust him, bro.
Yeah. So that guy, he, when talking to the professor, he went back and looked at the letter that they had received, which, kind of looking back on it, well, let me not get sidetracked, but like, yeah, so if, like, in theory, Haruma should have told the Soga clan, and like you said, it kind of makes sense why they would send who they sent, and the Soga clan should be very much on high alert. But now that I think about it, it is crazy that the Mikaboshi kind of sent that letter and put their stamp on it, knowing the history with the Soga clan, and said like, no, we just want to talk. They just kind of like, it is, I don't know. It's kind of funny. It seems like it was just obviously, for the plot, right? But like, why would you send your old rivals, let them know that it's, who you are, and then just like, no, I swear, we just want to talk. Like, okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially they have to be familiar with the Soga princess. And it's Hasumi. I said,
Hasumi, yeah. I know.
Don't worry, bro. I confirmed it with my chest.
No, it's cool. I knew it was one of those names that is similar to another name in the story. So, yeah, Hasumi.
Yeah, because like I'm wondering that was obviously like the clan heads and all that would still have knowledge of, the history of the clan and all things like that. So, like the Chiaki's mom and all that, like I'm wondering, like I want to see kind of the veil, like pull that veil down and see what kind of, if she's wearing any mask. Not saying she is or isn't, but I do kind of want to see like a situation like that has presented itself right now with like the, getting hit with news like this, that, you don't really have time when you getting hit with the adversity of this news. It's not like you can kind of keep up appearances. And the Soga clan as a whole, for them being like the, or at least Princess Soga is the symbol for the agreement not to include the citizens in, sorcery matters and all that. But they, and they do withhold that. But that also kind of makes me think that, they might also have some shenanigans that they kind of do themselves in sorcery. I just get
the Soga
this,
clan.
yeah, I kind of just get this feeling. I mean, and I think it just stems from like most, prominent clans in other manga. Usually, there's always some bullshit behind like the facade.
I think that's fair. Yeah, no. I've been kind of saying that we don't really know exactly how the Soga clan goes about their business in detail. Like, you bring up a good point in terms of, yeah, from what we've seen and their meeting with the other kind of clan heads, they are the glue that kind of keeps everything together and keeps everything under control. But we don't really know what that takes,
Yeah, it's,
So,
sometimes it's kind of like, it's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it type thing, like, and this would like, it also gives them leverage from the government. Because, if Princess Soga is predicting and prophesizing when a earthquake's about to happen or a natural disaster is about to occur, and them being such a big clan, it kind of does just have a tinge of like, oh, there's some like crookedness. And, like I said, that may not be the case. But I do want to see, like, I think when we see their natural reaction to what's going on, kind of that veil being lifted a bit. Kind of like flush out, the Soga clan a bit. Because, I know you want to see Azami, like me personally, I don't think Azami is super, like, pressing to see in the flashback. Like, I'm not saying we're not going to see him, but I don't think we need to spend a lot of time with Azami in the flashback arc. It's more like, we would love to see him and it would be fun too, but there's just so much time we could be in this flashback arc, and there's so many other things that we like need to see, like Ibiki Masaka.
No.
Yeah, no, not that.
No. Yeah, but I definitely understand what you're saying. And, if the Soga clan is going to get wiped out, which, let's be real, they almost certainly are, then it does make sense to flesh them out in a certain way before that happens. And so, yeah, so much for Shiba being the Soga clan guardian, right? Just like add that to the pile of Shiba's just misfortunes, really,
I mean, you were cooking
Soga
though.
clan guardian and
like about Azami coming in to helping Shiba, shoulder that burden, and that would be a good inclusion of like us seeing Azami and maybe just getting a quick passing of him like during the war fighting.
Yeah, man. I mean, it also depends like what Hokuzono has planned for him after we return to the present, which I just have a feeling that he could take a, kind of a back seat, especially after the showing that he had on Assault on Kamunabi HQ arc. I'm not sure if he'll ever get that sort of focus again, besides this arc. I think this arc is kind of like the other opportunity to kind of give him that kind of moment. I mean, this is just speculation. I might be entirely off. We have no idea what Hokuzono has in store for him. But yeah, I just thinking that the Seitei War arc is kind of like the perfect opportunity for a lot of characters that we've talked about that we've seen very little of. And if, we talked about the big three of the Kamunabi, Kazan, Ichiki, and Yatsuru, Azami. So it's just what Hokuzono has in store for these guys outside of this arc. And if that isn't a lot, then we should expect, which obviously we have no way of knowing, right? Like, yeah. But I'm expecting a lot of those guys to have some sort of shine in this arc. Yeah. More Azami than the other three, by the way.
Mar might be low-key cooking. Said they know Cat might imprison Shiba for his failure to protect the Sogas, which like as a blanket statement just sounds crazy. But when you're given like the influence and him being the actual guardian of the Soga clan and not even bringing back one of them, they could have that power to do that. The mom just like, we know she's like fed up with his ass to begin with. So, and maybe that's how we see Chiaki and Kunishige like link back up. Maybe she sneaks out with Akamura now as her guard, and he goes with her to protect her to go see Shiba and check on him, and that's when Kunishige is also there, just like eating Shiba's prison food.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, I can see that. I can see something along those lines for sure. And yeah, I think I just think we're about to see like obviously Hokuzono does a great job at kind of like balancing tone. He's been doing it since the beginning of the series. Even when things are dark and tense, he manages to sprinkle in a little bit of levity, and he does it fairly well. Like, it's never felt like jarring or out of place. Something like Kiri in the middle of the Kamunabi raid comes to mind. And so I do expect that to continue during this arc, but also given that this arc is kind of like as serious as things have ever been in Kagurabachi. I mean, it's the Seitei War, for Christ's sake. So
just a precursor of the entire series, in terms of events for like our main character and, technically the motivations he has.
Yeah, no, exactly. And like the fact that it's war itself. I mean, Kagurabachi up to now has, featured battles and people dying and innocents losing their lives. But it's the first time that we are in war, and like Hokuzono is not leaving like any, corner unturned in terms of what he's, again, like the commentary when it comes to the Soga clan and the Mikaboshi and this cycle of violence and the kind of obscurity in terms of like where the Mikaboshi kind of bad people, where they were in power, like you were talking about now, what kind of people are the Soga clan, like Hokuzono is fully immersed in this concept of war and the kind of like shady aspect of it and the morally gray aspect of it all as well. And so I think that this arc from here on forward, what I was saying is that I think we're gonna see it kind of like be much more bleak in tone and dark, and I think from Kunishige, like I said earlier, I think we're gonna see a complete change in demeanor just by what happened to Shiba. And like I said, we'll get those moments, like you said, Kunishige got some cracking to do. So I think we'll see some levity sprinkled in, this whole thing, but I expect things to get real serious.
Yeah, like King Slat brings up a good point, talking about that with Hiroto and, how strong he was, how he was talked about, him being killed, that could introduce a power struggle to some degree. Now with there being a looming threat that could overtake Japan, that, may kind of bring everyone in unison to have like to work together towards like a big objective. And or it could be a scenario where, because if Hiroto is stated, and this is what makes me think Hiroto wasn't on the guard squad for the Princess Soga, because that one guy says that Akamura is on par with the commander already. And that, I don't know if we, I mean, maybe so, because Samura did, seem to be impressed, or at least it kind of gave off that air a bit when that flashback happened. I forget what chapter it was, if it was like 110, 109, about Samura.
111.
Yeah, okay, Samura seeing, oh yeah, that's right, you probably just read all that for that video, huh?
Yeah, you're talking about Samura and Akamura meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 111.
Yeah, and I mean, what chance do you think that Akamura is, because with Hiroto having the Kuratsuchi sorcery, I automatically would place him above Akamura. But in terms of like sword fighting, I mean, when does, like, I guess
that's what I was gonna say.
This goes back to also like the question, when do you think he gets the moniker of, Sword Saint? when it, does
Yeah,
he earn
so
this designation during the war? Is it something that earns him his status, before the war?
I would have to go back and look at that statement of when he's sparring with that one guy, but just kind of going off logic and what we've seen so far, I would think that they were talking about strictly sword skills, and it's not crazy to think that, let's say, Hiroto is the commander, which he very well could be, but I can also see, like you were saying, like a situation where he's just kind of like his own entity in the Soga clan. But let's say Hiroto is the commander or the captain. I don't think it's crazy to think that Akamura was kind of on par with him in terms of strict sword skills.
Okay.
And it would make sense, we might
Yeah.
have been cooking, and you especially, when we were talking about like Hiroto was the real sword saint, because he might have been, and like, or like been regarded as such. And with Hiroto now out of the picture, Akamura just gets to fill in that spot entirely. And, all he needs is a couple of feats. As soon as the war starts, he already has kind of like the praise from his peers. He could be regarded as the sword saint. I wouldn't be surprised if at the beginning of the war, or even before, like that flashback between Samura and Nakamura is before the war.
Yep.
So by then he could have very much already been seen as that guy.
Yeah, I mean we know he mastered the sword at what, like 17 or whatever they said, and this would be around that time. I forget what the actual age difference is in canon, but I'm sure someone in chat will remind me. But it definitely should be coming up. I mean, the war only lasts, like I said, 17 months, so if the war starts, I mean, like all these like series of events are so close together, it's really hard to like have discern them from where one begins and one ends. And like one interesting thing though, I called Hiroto the sword saint, or the original sword saint, but to be fair, he died by the person that's going to be killed by the actual sword saint. But I mean the EBs though, so I mean,
yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sorcery involved.
Yeah,
so.
there's a lot of shenanigans too. Shenanigans. And C asks an interesting question. What if Yoshinojo survived? Would Kunishige give an enchanted blade to him instead of who? Now, if there is a sword bearer that's like Yoshinojo though, that's just a straight demon, it would have to be I think the female bearer, because we know what the others except Ibiki, but I don't think Ibiki is going to be as like crazy like that. I don't know. I got a different kind of like one panel vibe from him. And I think it would be cool if the female sword bearer was just like kind of like Yoshinojo, just about to smoke, ready to throw down. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of this is passing the vibe check with Kunishige, really. And also we like I think we're about to find out that like there might be also a bit of like the enchanted blade. Now I'm not saying like the enchanted blade like actually picks its wielder, but it would be kind of like an interesting callback to like Chihiro and Yura's conversation regarding the enchanted blades and them being enslaved and whatnot. Or like how he tells Chihiro tells Sojo that the enchanted blade chose him too. I think we're going to see that there is, which is another thing, we've talked about that we're looking forward to, is the process of selecting the enchanted blade wielders, but strictly what goes into Kunishige making that decision. Because I think it's a couple of things. I think it's kind of like passing the vibe check from Kunishige. I think it's him also like seeing within the Datanseki and kind of having an idea of what the sword's abilities look like, and then kind of matching that up with the right person. I think a couple of things play into it, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are some things we haven't really kind of like seen yet or has been really discussed in the community in terms of that whole process from Kunishige.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of the vibe check thing. I think that is a big thing, and that's kind of, I'm a big proponent of that even though the Magatsumi was made first, I mean, one's just easier to tie the other like contracts to it like that before they go out, and that makes the most sense at least. But also because like Kunishige never could find anyone that was suited for the Magatsumi, because when he was crafting it and he got a sense of what kind of blade it was, no one matched that vibe. So it took him the longest to find that one, which also makes sense where him and Chiaki starting to get close over the course of the war. Then, him and Akamura, if Akamura does become her guard, they would also get cool. And then he would be like, oh, Akamura Soga, he matches the vibe. All those, I think those play kind of neatly in line with each other. And, in terms of like the vibe check stuff, or like King Slat says, the offensive blades are Subarus and Pinkies. Yeah, like Subaru and Pinky were like the ones up front in turn against Akamura. So it does seem like Subaru's is like more of a tanky blade, or a sword, like a tanky sword, I should say. And the whereas like the female bear, she should have something that's a more aggro type damage blade as well, or like a DPS sword, I guess. It's crazy to talk about swords like they're not all meant for like cutting and killing, but the intent, like we also need to see what the hell is like the process of crafting the enchanted blades. Like, what's gonna go through like Kunishige, like what's his inner monologue gonna be like as he's forging the first enchanted blade? What is he gonna be like struggling to grasp? And then say if the Magatsumi's first, then him like coming to the realization of needing parameters beforehand before crafting them, because he's a rookie with dealing with Datanseki. So there's also that. There's a lot that plays into these enchanted blades and how they were forged, and what exactly went on during the selection process. I'm guessing that maybe the sorcery bureau goes to the Soga clan and says, hey, you guys have the best equipment, y'all have the biggest forge, y'all have the most room, let's prepare the pre-war efforts at the Soga compound. And then maybe that's how Kunishige gets in proximity to Chiaki. Because then it wouldn't be so far-fetched for Chiaki to like leave the compound to go see him. But like, and now that they send out a message to all sorcery clans and swordsmen, we need all sword masters, prominent swordsmen, prominent sorcerers to report in for and I'm all, we talked about this, but if there's kind of like a sparring tournament with like some of the future enchanted blade wielders, like seeing the original 6 and maybe they just throw in some other ones like Joji, for instance, get into like a little sparring tournament, and Akamura wins the sparring tournament, but he isn't chosen as a enchanted blade wielder by that point because he hasn't met or he hasn't seen Akamura since his growth. Because remember, he just had his growth in the past 2 years. So the Akamura he knew back when him and Chiaki were cool is not the same Akamura now.
Yeah, no, facts. I do want to kind of respond to something Harrison put in the chat real quick a couple of minutes ago. He said, could Banquet be the derivation or, the derivation of Sumika's sensory debuff? And that is something that we have discussed. I'm not sure if last stream or in a previous episode, but it very much could be that there is a little bit of the Magatsumi's abilities in every enchanted blade. I also saw kind of somebody on Twitter alluding to how, the Mikaboshi were underwater, and how Enten, is kind of like, water and fish based, and obviously
they're goldfish,
fish,
not like whales. Of course. I'm just playing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I think Hokuzono has been very slick in terms of
Mm-hmm.
what he kind of represents with these enchanted blades. And going back to his question specifically, I think it very much could be. I'm still kind of like on the fence exactly, because we would have to see more from the other enchanted blades to kind of like really solidify that theory. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is a little bit of the Mikaboshi's abilities in every enchanted blade. So
Oh,
yeah,
facts. Yeah,
it
like
could be a callback to that.
that. We talked a bit about that. Maybe when Alon's was on. Maybe was that when the Six Guardians was announced? Yeah, I think that was that chapter. We talked about like
Yeah.
Them kind of having an aspect or something like that played into the enchanted blades. I mean, we've only seen one guardian, but as people are talking about now, like the blades don't, it's a good while before the blades make their appearance on the battlefield, and their territory got pushed back a good bit before the enchanted blades ended up appearing and turning the tide. But they didn't. We know that they didn't touch foot on Shikoku until like I should say, this is my theory, that once all the five guardians lose, then Aryu will actually make his appearance in the battlefield, and because he is kind of like mirrored to be like the opponent of Akamura and the Magatsumi, that he will beat the sword bearers. But now, of course, the sword bearers could be, banged up or something. And we also know that he was still holding back. We don't know what all the Scorpion can do either. But and it isn't until Japan touches foot on Shikoku, that's when they sign the treaty. To that way the people don't get killed that are on the island. Or at least that's what's said. So that's what makes me think Aryu kind of makes the last stand, not allowing the Japanese forces to go any further to get onto the Shikoku.
Interesting. You think the Japanese would have pushed the war all the way to Shikoku if they could?
If they didn't, or I guess the fighting, because at a certain point it would get to that point if they pushed them off at that point. They can't allow the Shikoku to rebuild their forces or recuperate resources or whatever, because we know they have Datanseki on that island. So there's no way that they would just stop at the shores of Japan and let them gather up, considering how their show of force on Hiroshima. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, not saying whether it was warranted or not. I'm just talking about the events that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see Aryu kind of making that last stand, but still proving to be too much for the enchanted blade wielders to handle at that point. I'm conflicted about some of these things. I actually put out a theory that what if Aryu almost beat Akamura and some kind of someone intervening or something distracts Aryu for a split second, someone or something, and that's how Akamura wins, and that's what causes him to spiral, wondering what if the Mikaboshi have someone else that could eventually rise to that power. In that case, he
they're fine.
Go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
I'll finish your thought.
Oh, no, I was saying, if if a situation like that did happen and it causes him to spiral and worrying about someone gaining crazy strength on par with Aryu, he wouldn't want anyone to touch the Datanseki anymore, or even or anyone from that clan to grow up with that and by the way, I'm not saying Akamura Soga is right, by the way. He attacked after a treaty, remember that. I'm just saying that those spiraling thoughts, his answer was to Salanso's thoughts was to genocide.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what makes Akamura a very interesting character in terms of again, Hokazono has done a great job framing the war in a sense, and the rivalry between the Mikaboshi and the Soga clan in a way where you can start to actually understand how the cycle of hatred is just continuing on and on and on from both sides, because neither side can genuinely like let go of it, and also feel that as long as the other side is around, they will continue to be a threat. And for Akamura, like we can start to see, especially because again the history between these two clans, and he talked about them being indoctrinated, but I've always said that Akamura is almost certainly just as indoctrinated, when it comes to like seeing the Mikaboshi as eternal enemies. And especially what happens after the treaty. We can't forget about that one panel where he's holding Chihiro as a baby and there's blood everywhere. To me, that's almost certainly, or at least very likely, I think that's when the Soga clan got wiped out by Mikaboshi that were not with the treaty. And that's when Nakamura basically realizes, like, okay, no, like as long as these guys are around, there will continue to be a threat and they just have to be wiped out. But you understand how he arrives there, right? Like obviously it's wrong. We don't, we know this, but you understand from like a human perspective and from somebody that's suffering loss why they would kind of go there. And so to me that makes a lot of sense. And again, same from the Mikaboshi, like the stone that saved them, and now their enemies that had already tried to wipe them out once is now all of a sudden having access to the thing that granted them their survival. So you can see how like both sides have their reasons to kind of justify what they do, even when they're both entirely wrong, because the Mikaboshi also attacked first. So yeah, I just think all of that works really.
Oh, and when that flashback of Chihiro as a baby, he's on the ground. He's lying on the ground there. Not Chihiro? That's splitting hairs. Yeah, he said when Soga Akamura was holding Chihiro as a baby.
He's not in Akamura's hands?
No, he's on the ground. You can see a grass behind him. He has like blood on the grass and all that. I mean, that's splitting hairs, but
Oh, but, yeah, but I could have sworn Akamura was holding on to him.
Yeah, but either way, we can't stay too long this stream. So, before we get to the apology form, Dice, I want to ask you.
Pull out that fucking form, man.
I want to ask you first, though. Where do you think, if you had to guess, like, where does 122? Where do you think it's going to end? Like, it's a wild ass guess because it's really up in the air.
Yeah, I guess I'll say two things. Kunishigi forging the enchanted blades, which again I've just been wrong about this over and over again for like 3 chapters straight now. Or Kunishigi and Chiaki reuniting. Okay. I'll just say that.
I'm thinking I don't think normally I would that was the crafting of the enchanted blade, or beginning of like the crafting the first enchanted blade was like I theorized that like a while back. That's how crazy this flashback arc's been. Now wait, now they're saying Akamura's hand is around baby Chihiro. He is holding him.
I can't see it. I just pulled up the panel. I can't.
Oh wait!
It always looked like it to me, but
no, I see his hand right there. Wait, where's his hand at?
Yeah,
well, I mean, how's his arm attached? Because there's also grass on the other side too. He's holding that baby weird. You can see grass on the.
I can't see his hand though.
Huh? What'd you say, Dice?
I can't see his hand.
Oh, it's like it's hard to like make out, but you can see his knuckles on the left side of the panel. And it's like,
oh yeah, exactly. Okay, yes, and there is blood on his hands. Yes. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's weird. Like I didn't.
I think it's just like I think it's like
it's like him looking
like
down,
a first person perspective.
He's holding that baby out.
He's like, ugh.
Oh wait, is that? Hold up, is that his fucking chest I'm seeing, bro?
Yeah, no, it's like a first person perspective. Ugh. Yeah, it's him like looking down at Chihiro.
He needs to wash that shirt. The man just got into a deathly fight.
There's even blood on
Chihiro. Wash the baby too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those things that like Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. Go.
yeah, just that panel, like what exactly happened there, I think is one of the most anticipated things about this arc as well, because that's alluding to how like Samura said that Chihiro will dispel his curse, and Akamura's like, curse? What I
Curse.
got from the war was a lesson,
He's like,
and
Chihiro
that's
is
kind
my
of like what
curse.
leads me to think,
He's gonna dispel himself.
yeah, that's what like leads me to think that like the the way lesson in this context and the panel and just like what we know about the Mikaboshi now, to me that's just kind of like when he flipped the switch, and the lesson for him was that you have to go. It's like when he was talking to Samura about how he had to go to a place to wipe out the enemy that no one was willing to go. Like that was the lesson he learned, right? So
He
like
was
whatever
right.
happened here is what was triggered, that lesson that he felt. Yeah, it's something I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Hokuzono tackles the motivations because there's so much riding on Akamura's like change in the war. You know that like
Yeah,
everything hinges upon that. How we view him as a final villain, if he is the final villain. That's the hand of a dead person.
that's Chihiro's mother's hand. That's a hand of a death. Interesting. That could be. I mean, again, I to me it looks like it's pretty clearly first person. Like he, just saved Chihiro after a lot of bloodshed, and to me it very much looks like he's holding onto Chihiro.
Yeah,
Especially like the angle of the panel.
I'm
Like
about to
it
say
does look like a first person shot to me.
Chiaki got some
But if it
ugly
was like another
hands.
angle, yeah, I could see like I can see that, but to me the angle would be different if that was the case. But just considering that this is all
It,
about like him and Chihiro, like everything, like the whole context, just to me points at that being Akamura holding on to Chihiro. Um, so yeah, could be wrong. Could be wrong. The blood could indicate that that is a dead person's hand as well. So yeah, I'm not completely
yeah, I
counting it
mean,
out.
it is what it is right now. I mean, it is important. That moment is super important. But right now, we just, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I guess like in terms of like my prediction for where this will, I don't think we're gonna see the. I could see at most we're gonna get the go ahead to start. Try to use Datan Seki because if the war, like I said, lasted 17 months, do we get how long into the war that the Enchanted Blades actually like show the first five? I don't
When
think
they
they.
went in, I don't know.
I mean, that was back. I mean, I don't want to spend time on it. Either way, I mean, there's still like a lot of time before the end of the war, and
Hmm.
so I don't know if he's starting to craft yet. So I mean, honestly, I could just see this being a very reactionary chapter of like getting the different perspectives of the Shiba's testimony,
Hmm.
and I think basically that'll basically be it. But we could get into the reason why it seems most people are here. Unfortunately,
You've made the people wait enough,
I was
Tiberius.
trying to see if everyone would just leave, and then I didn't have to do it. Now I'm playing. All right. Now
Uh,
I will say there's some stipulations to me signing this. I ain't
no,
going.
there's no
I'm. There's no
stipulations.
slander. Tiberius got a shower. Nasty. I do need a shower. Actually, I had a long day at work. I got off 30 minutes before I went live, just to be slandered by y'all.
Like y'all.
I don't know if y'all know what a job is, especially D the man.
Stop going at our viewers, man.
All right.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
this
they
one.
want you to sign that form, bro. Give the people what they
I'm
want.
gonna sign this form with one hand. All right.
What you doing with the other?
She want to know.
Let me.
Making a new account to slamber Shiba from. This is not Tiberius 3822 at Gmail. Nah,
uh,
because he stank.
yeah,
Okay,
Mar,
now
that's what's happening.
that's crazy. Now my
Nah, I'm
hygiene is
immune to the
perfect.
jobless slander.
I'm immune to that's how the
Uh,
jobless final boss. Okay,
oh
let me just
man.
grab one of these. Okay, now
So
let's
you're gonna
see.
select I miss Sojo. You're gonna select I was jealous of Shiba.
I'm
You're gonna
definitely not. All right,
select
so
I
let's start.
shorted Shiba
Here's
stocks.
I'll
I
answer
didn't read
all
the
of
actual
these.
manga.
I'm gonna answer all of these. So the
Uh,
media convinced me he was done. No, I did believe Shiba was gonna make a big play at some point. I was pretty real about that. I
okay.
miss Sojo. I do miss him, but that never played into Shiba hate. I was jealous of Shiba. No,
Come
just
on now.
I was
Come
not.
on now. Be for real.
Why I gotta be jealous of Shiba?
Be for real, man. Come
Damn
on.
sure was not jealous of Shiba. I damn sure was not jealous of that man. I
Uh,
didn't read the actual manga. Y'all, I mean,
there we
hey,
go.
that maybe, you know, I be fumbling over my words. I'm telling you,
Uh,
since I stopped smoking, I got dumber. I swear to God. Uh, I
yo, man.
shorted
Wait, hold
Shiba
on.
stocks.
Master Cylinder might be cooking. I heard Shiba's 5'6", but he uses his sorcery to manipulate his height 24/7. Well,
Probably.
see now the sorcery's momentary, so like I can't, just I gotta, I can't agenda that one, but I like it.
I mean, he could,
he,
I guess it would be kind
he
of
just
crazy.
constantly
He's
does it
tall. Oh
in
my
moments.
cute. How tall is Shiba?
I mean, let's be real, bro.
Yeah, I already know. All right, where's the media file? Oh no.
So yeah, I want you to select. I didn't read the actual manga, and I shorted Shiba stocks. I think
Jesus,
that makes
that's where it
sense.
was. That thing is huge. I'm only putting one of these
Oh, come on now.
because I don't know what the hell Mercury was in retrograde means. Because that's
I'm assuming that's alluding to something else, probably. I don't know.
this is definitely somebody young made this Shiba apology form. That's for sure.
Somebody young.
All right, so boom, we got that.
Uh,
Now I definitely not jealous of Shiba. All right, that man got his throat slit. That man be getting got the goofy beat out of him. I'm definitely not jealous of that man.
uh,
Where
wait, hold up. I literally looked up
where
the
the no
Metro.
reading comprehension checkbox? Yeah, grammar, motherfucker, grammar. What'd you say, Dice?
Okay, so apparently the Mercury is in retrograde thing is kind of like
I wasn't gonna click that shit
a
anyway.
few. No. It's just to give y'all some lore. A few times a year, the planet Mercury will appear to stop and move backwards. It's actually not doing so. It's just an illusion. But it looks like throughout history, when this used to happen, people would get superstitious. So it seems like it's a saying. People actively say that like retrograde was in Mercury was in retrograde as some sort of like joke for superstition.
Bet.
I guess that's kind of like my takeaway. He's referring
Yeah,
to
passing
celestial
of
alignment and
celestial
the passing of
bodies.
celestial
Nope.
bodies.
That
Yeah.
now that's beyond me. Y'all know old heads have a hard time believing in new things. Back when I was growing up, we had the zodiac signs. Back in my day, let me tell
We
you
still
kids
do
something.
Tiberius. We still have those.
Whatever happened to that? All right. Whatever happened to just
Uh,
being a horse or shit like that?
it's a hippie thing for people to
The
explain being
dragon.
dumb. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Then yeah, that applies to
No, it's not capped out, Mar. I'm being serious. Look. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. I do gotta change something actually. You did we gotta change one thing here.
yeah,
Now,
he's still gonna slander Shiba, but now he just
if
can't
he
like mean
deserves
it.
it, I'm gonna slander him, but I'm not gonna blindly slander the man anymore. Because sometimes characters do deserve slandering. Let's not be, fake about that. Am I wrong? All right.
No, you're not. Ibiki,
We gotta hold on.
no.
Shift drag. No, bro. Ibiki didn't do anything to deserve the slander he's getting.
They saying sign everything on the right side. I think you should. You didn't read the manga. You shorted Shiba stocks, and you're just dumb.
I feel bad for y'all. Y'all got bad taste in content then. All right, there.
I hear about and will not talk down on the strongest. Come on now.
Uh,
Come on now.
all right, so what I want to know is how does Sojo get wrapped up in the Shiba apology form? Maybe y'all can clue me in.
I don't know, man, but we miss Sojo, so check that shit.
All right. Well, just because
Ibiki became fat. That's what I'm
I
saying.
do miss Sojo, I'll put that. But that's it.
Yeah, put it.
And
Ibiki didn't do anything to
maybe
right.
Mercury
Yeah.
was in retrograde. Okay, maybe I'll put half a check. Next thing you know, I have everything checked. All right. What's today's date? The 12th.
Oh. I still think you should check. I was jealous of Shiba, by the way.
I'm not checking that shit. I will go right back to being a hater, and y'all will force me to it.
Oh, come on, man.
No,
Don't be like
I'm
that.
not going to blindly slander him. Oh, but chat, peep this. Now, this is the last bit of Shiba slander I ever made. And I think it's kind of funny. Hold on, let me pull it up. Did I have it on this?
Wait, is this the meme?
Yeah. I don't know if I might have made that on my work PC.
Ah, you should have made, you know that meme of I'll be there no matter what?
Yeah, the
You
one with
should have
my
turned that
face
into
on it.
Shiba slander. Yeah, you should have turned that into Shiba slander and add like a not. I will not be there.
I will not be there. I mean
This is a fake form, isn't
I
it?
have no, it's legit. Like, look,
It's legit. It's legit. I hold you to it.
I'll tell y'all my thought process of what made me, change my mind. Because like Sunday was Mother's Day. I had a ton of shit to do after the recording, and me and Dice both kind of, or at least I'll speak for myself. I felt like I was kind of like pacing through the episode a bit, and when I got home later that day after shopping all day, I reread the chapter twice. Like I was like, let me reread this shit to make sure, because I didn't hate Shiba as much after the first time I read it. So I was like, wait, I got to reread that shit again. Let me make sure I'm still hating on Shiba. And after that second, reread, I come to the conclusion that, you know what? Shiba can't hurt me. Liking Shiba doesn't hurt me. I feel bad for the guy because he is like the pinnacle of sorcery. He is someone that doesn't want to see like people lose their life. Now, can I make a him saving Daruma joke here? Sure, I could, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not going. I'm
you
not
can.
going now. But in terms of like the pinnacle of sorcery, that's the type of character you want. Someone that isn't a demon. Or at least a demon like that putting innocent lives at stake. All right.
Yeah, you're actually
Okay.
talking positive about the guy.
So I just come to the conclusion that I've always known that he was going to like have some crazy payoff because his character's too important for him not to like do something big at the end of his character arc. Now, I do think he has death flags, and I do think his death will be, executed really well and handled with care. That I knew all this. Every time I make a Shiba joke, I know this going in. And I
Hold
guess
on. Why are
now.
you putting that over the apology form, Tiberius?
Well, no, I just want to show this was the last bit of Shiba slander that I'll ever be known for, unless he deserves it
They
now.
say how much you like Shiba.
Now, let me tell you how much I like Shiba. I think he, in my top character list, he was like number 15. He's probably
Okay.
moving up to like 11.
Okay. It's just right outside of the top 10. Not too bad, I guess.
Who was number 11 on the popularity poll? Let's look.
Not Ibuki.
Well, yeah, he wasn't even 111th. They have Kaminabi member number 38 over Ibiki.
Mar says if Shiba does die, I hope he protects someone instead of failing again. Yeah, that would be a good moment for his character. Like it just seems like all he does is take L's.
Not my guy. Y'all crazy. My 11th favorite character? No way. See, chat? It's them.
No, I mean like in a tragic sense. Oh, it's Hiyuki, by the way,
Oh,
number 11.
gotcha. I was just wondering. Not that it like matters at all or how it doesn't play into one or another. I was like, what's the 11th character on the popular? But
Yeah.
yeah, I do think he's gonna make a big play and most likely for Chihiro. He did enable Chihiro to go along this path of vengeance, and considering what we know now about the story and like the how tall of an order it is to like actually get that revenge. And I mean, Shiba did disappear for quite some time after the after it was the temple. And really he only appeared in that moment at the very end to save N10, which was clutch.
Yeah.
But like after that, we really don't see Homie. Like he talks to Chihiro when he wakes up, and then Homie dips. I mean, obviously, we know he's going guard a sword bearer. Oh, it would have been nice to see him on panel a little bit. I mean, he was gone literally, I think, almost half the runtime of the manga. Or it was like 40 chapters, maybe something like that. Because 59 is when he pops in to save N10, I think it was. I think the Samura betrayal starts at 58. Then Sojo's bathhouse is 58 and a half. So, like 40 some chapters until we see him again. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he comes in strong on chapter 101. I mean, Shiba is his parent figure, but he already lost his dad, his actual dad, who was there for him every day.
I don't think I agree that Shiba is
I
his
don't think
parent
it's
figure.
yeah, I don't think he's like the fun uncle. You see like twice a year.
Yeah.
Who gives you
Yeah.
lets
Yeah.
you use weapons and
Yeah, he put N10 right back in his hands. Yeah, like Shiba's just like uh, yeah, what can I say? Like just I guess like a big brother kind of. Oh,
the ain't
excuse
shit,
me.
brother. I mean, not ain't shit. See, it's just look. Forgive me, chat. It just came out. It was just it just shot
Yeah,
out of my
he
mouth.
already tore up that shit.
Yeah, but
Oh
look
man.
now, just to be transparent, I'm not saying I got like I'm gonna glaze Shiba, but now if he does something clutch, I will glaze him. I'm not gonna hate on him or anything like that. I don't think he should get shit for his showing in chapter 121 because he lost to the guy who's framed to be Akamura's opponent, Magatsumi Akamura at that. So like I do
Yeah.
think Shiba's getting way too much hate from this chapter. And maybe it's only in our comment section that I'm seeing it. And maybe it's just maybe me egging it
Oh, I
on.
wonder. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why, huh?
But chat, look, the last half of 2026 is gonna be, less dark for Shiba. It's not gonna be super bright either, but it's gonna be less dark.
Yeah. What are we talking about, man? Yeah.
No, I'm being dead ass. Everything I just said just now, like dead ass.
Yeah. We'll see.
But I think that'll do it for us. This took a lot of energy out of me.
Yeah, I imagine.
I gotta go like re-energize my soul and start making some bad bets on Dice's soul to make up for this.
And shower.
Well, I do just need a shower. It's a long day at work.
I mean, I guess I was just talking about you must feel dirty after signing this form. So.
No, you know what? I feel invigorated.
Uh huh.
I feel
Or do you know?
changed. No, Jay,
Okay.
I'm not gonna slander him unless he deserves it. Look, I
We'll
left
see
the
how
signing.
this
I left
goes.
my signing of it on here. And no, it wasn't because Mercury was in retrograde. I keep wanting to say metrograde. It's like a phone company, a bullshit phone company out here. He's good night, y'all. Kururushi will be under all of our beds. No, the fuck he won't, Zoni. I was about to say something that sounded like a Zenny thing. Thank God I didn't say it like that. How about my wife just cleaned the bedroom? And I was about to say my wife keeps the bedroom clean, but I be helping clean the house too.
Okay, man. Yeah, it was because of retrograde.
It was actually because Uranus was in retrograde. All right, that'll do it for the stream. All right, look.
Deezer Man says we should have a penalty for Tiberius. Yes.
All right, chat. Show me y'all mean it. Keep like how X amount of chapters since the last Shiba slander in our comment section under every podcast episode. As well as, don't forget to like the last podcast episode, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join our Discord server, which it is in the description below. And from this day forward, I am now, I don't want to, how should I phrase it?
Well, you're no longer a Shiba hater.
I'm no longer a Shiba, hater. I'm a Shiba praiser.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Hey, I was just glazing the man, and I was just defending him.
Yeah, we'll see how long this lasts.
Y'all go blow up the last episode. If you become a member by, way of Kyoka Sugetsu's mighty generosity from this chapter and became a member, check out the new Hirohiko video. If you haven't checked the new Hirohiko video out, see, look, Shiba, the not being able to slander Shiba is fucking with my speech. But
yeah,
consider becoming a member. We have 2 different pricing tiers, or it will be available to everyone on Monday coming up. So be on the lookout for that. It's actually a good conversation, good discussion between me and Dicey here. Don't hear too much praise. I can't give y'all. Y'all got to level with me. I also can't I'm not going to sip the tip. A Shiba tolerator. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
From Shiba violator to tolerator. You know what? Put the beat back on. I'm about to freestyle. I'm just playing.
No.
All right. Now, for real though, y'all have a good night, good day, all that good stuff. See you for the next podcast ep. And we'll see where we go from here.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
This was fun.
Y'all might want to screenshot this because I am going to take this fucking stream down. It'll be left up like all the rest of them. All right, peace.
Peace, guys. Appreciate everybody joining.